Hi friends, good day. Today let me read these world's greatest inspirational and motivational quotes on book for you. There is no friend as loyal as a book by Ernest Hemingway. You cannot open a book without learning something by Confucius. Every book is a children's book if the kid can read by Mitch Hedberg. One man is as good as another until he has written a book by Benjamin Jowett. I don't go by the rule book. I learn from the heart, not the head, by Princess Diana. I would never want a book's autograph. I am proud non-reader of books by Kanye West. You can't get a cup of tea big enough or a book long enough to suit me by C.S. Lewis. Dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about you by Marsha Norman. You are never too old, too wacky, too wild to pick up a book and read to a child by Dr. Seuss. Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read by Groucho Marx. Let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world by Malala Yousafzai. If there's a book you really want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it by Toni Morrison. There is no frigate like a book to take a glance away, nor any coursers like a page of branching poetry by Emily Dickinson. Someone asked me if I was stranded on a desert island, what book would I bring? How to Build a Boat by Stephen Wright. A book has got smell. A new book smells great. An old book smells even better. An old book smells like ancient Egypt by Ray Bradbury. The new year stands before us like a chapter in a book waiting to be written. You can help write that story by setting goals by Melody Beatty. Getting out of the hospital is like resigning from a book club. You're not out of it until the computer says you're out of it by Arma Bomback. If your life were a book and you were the author, how would you want your story to go? That's the question that changed my life forever by Amy Purdy. Won't it be wonderful when Black history and Native American history and Jewish history and all of US history is taught from one book, just US history by Maya Angelou. A wise man, when he writes a book, sets forth his arguments fully and clearly. An enlightened ruler, when he makes his laws, sees to it that every contingency is provided for in detail by Han Pei. There is no end to education. It is not that you read a book, pass an examination, and finish with education. The whole of life, from the moment you were born to the moment you die, is a process of learning by Jiddu Krishnamurthy. I don't know what to do or where to turn in this taxation matter. Somewhere there must be a book that tells all about it, where I can go to straighten it out in my mind. But I don't know where the book is. And maybe I couldn't read it if I found it by Warren G. Harding. Climbing Mount Everest was the biggest mistake I have ever made in my life. I wish I would never gone. I suffered for 4 years of PTSD and still suffer from what happened. I'm glad I wrote a book about it. But if I could go back and relive my life, I would never have climbed Everest. by John Krakauer. Anytime women come together with a collective intention, it's a powerful thing. Whether it's sitting down making a quilt, in a kitchen preparing a meal, in a club reading the same book, or around the table playing cards, or planning a birthday party. When women come together with a collective intention, magic happens. By Felicia Rashad. Science is constantly proved all the time. If we take something like any fiction, any holy book, and destroyed it in 1,000 years' time, that wouldn't come back just as it was. Whereas if we took every science book and every fact and destroyed them all, in 1,000 years, they would all be back because all the same tests would be the same result. By Ricky Gervais. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and do share.